5 reasons why we should not complain. I was a consistent complainer for much of my life. I found problems with family, politics, religion, society, my occupation, even the littlest of things that didn't go my way, like if I dropped a pen. And don't even get me started with my favorite sports teams. Over time, my complaining grew to the point that I was miserable and could no longer stand myself. I knew changes needed to be made if I were to ever survive this feeling and hope to be happy. The following are just some of my observations of what had occurred inside me from constantly grumbling. The 5 reasons I had to stop complaining. Complaining actually made me feel worse. Even though I didn't recognize it right away, my consistent griping was a major reason I didn't feel very good inside. Oh, I had a complaint for everything, and it felt really good to find fault with others. The world is a mess. Life is unfair. People frustrated me. I thought. I could not see that I was the problem. I had failed to realize that I was seeing the glass half empty, but I could choose to see it half full. It was then that I began to understand that I was making myself miserable and the complaining had to stop. The negativity in me grew from constantly complaining. I noticed that there was a steady progression in the sheer number of complaints my mind would spew forth daily. This made me crabby most of the time, increasing my level of anxiety and leading to some very unpleasant, reactionary behavioral patterns, especially frustration and anger. Then I noticed this. When I allowed my mind to consistently complain, I was essentially validating the negative behavior, strengthening it in me. My mind was just following my lead. I was unknowingly wiring the neurons in my brain to continually complain. Oof! It had to stop. My complaining started within my head at first, then it found a voice. My complaining first began as what I would describe as internal self-talk, and increased as I allowed it to continue inside me. But then my mouth began speaking the hidden self-talk, making it external because it felt good to voice it out loud and to others. Depending on my mood, I became a walking, talking, complaining machine sometimes. Allowing this to happen was a mistake, and helped to make me even more miserable inside. And if that weren't enough, the complaining damaged my relationships with family and friends. Not too many people want to be around negativity. It is not pleasurable and it is transferable to others. I could not see this, however, because my mind was justifying all the complaints I was making. After all, I was right. And why didn't others see things the same way? I now believe I was near to having a God complex. I came off as always thinking I'm right, making others feel like they're wrong. Who wants to be around that? It was only after family members began collectively withdrawing from me that I knew something was wrong with me. This experience compelled me toward a lot of self-reflection, which was a good thing. My physical health began to suffer from all the negativity I was holding inside. The inner anxiety that had built up eventually worked its way outward, as headaches, back and neck pain, chest pains, and internal stomach issues. I've read where the effects on health from complaining and negativity can be even worse, possibly causing high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart disease. However, as my complaining lessened, I noticed that my physical troubles improved, and less complaining allowed my level of anxiety inside to decrease too. Even though complaining might feel justified, good or right, I found that it is not. It is also a choice and not something one has to do. For me, with practice and patience daily, I'm able to greatly reduce internal negativity and fault finding. I've replaced complaining with thankfulness, gratitude, for everything in my life. Now, I'm able to actually enjoy each moment. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and watch my other videos as I will continue to share more of my experiences and practices